Isaiah Rashad, this is how you do it. When you want support and protection from a community, you stand with them. You identify with them. You don't go against them but still ask for their support. Chicago rapper Lil Wop comes out as bisexual and black men are mad. Now imagine people being mad at you for living in your truth, child. We always have to talk about the stigma and the judgment and the black backlash, specifically the black male backlash, and Lil Wop is experiencing a little bit of that right now. It's funny because I talked to you all a lot about the type of men that I started encountering when I started to become more effeminate. You know, my hair got longer, I started wearing the nails, wearing more feminine attire. And this is a perfect example. It's typically men like this who may like women. They typically like trans and feminine men. So when you're in a community of men who think they're gatekeepers, who think they run something, who think their opinions matter, and who think they should be able to tell you how you should operate and how you should act, this is the outcome. So Chicago rapper Lil Wop comes out as bisexual and expresses his attraction to transgender women and feminine men. So Lil Wop is a 26-year-old rapper from Chicago, Illinois. He moved to Atlanta and he was signed under Gucci Mane's record label. Originally, Lil Wop came out as bisexual back in February, but he recently did an interview with Say Cheese TV and reconfirmed sexuality. Now, I will say personally, I am not familiar with Lil Wop's music. I don't know who he is personally. I feel like this is my first time ever seeing or hearing from him. But nevertheless, congratulations to this 26-year-old black male who had enough courage to stand in his truth and fight against black male culture. So the clips are currently going viral and making its rounds around social media of Lil Wop doing an interview with Say Cheese TV where he was questioned about his post he made claiming to be bisexual in February. In the interview, Lil Wop confirms that he is bisexual and that he does have an attraction to transgender women and feminine men. In the interview, he also confirms that he's not attracted to masculine men. He considers himself to be a masculine guy and he's attracted to feminine energy. So he's attracted to feminine men, trans women, and biological women. I don't have much to say about this guy. I'm proud of him. I'm happy for him. I wish him the best in his life. He is living in his truth, and that's what really matters. There's no backstory. There's no exposing of him. This is a man who put out his own tea. This was a dude who was ready to come out the closet. What I really want to get into is the response from his black male peers. And this is why I tell y'all I will never blame black women for down low men existing, because these men ultimately fear the opinions of other men, the judgment of other men and their peers who they have to be around. And you can just look at the responses on Twitter to verify that. So these men are upset. There are men saying that they're going to delete him out of their playlist. There are men calling him derogatory, homophobic names. These men are really showing their slips with the prejudice, the bigotry, the internalized homophobia, the intolerance. This is the thing. See, men living in their truth make other men comfortable because it forces you to look at yourself and question everything you know about being a man, what's masculine, what's considered to be acceptable. And this is why I say black men are the reason that other black men are afraid to live in their truth. A lot of black men don't want to deal with the judgment and the scrutiny, the opinions of their peers, of these men that they have to be around, these men that they work with, these men that they socialize with, their brothers, their uncles, their cousins, their fathers possibly. So a lot of times what do? They hide it. They fall into the down low lifestyle. Seen it. But this particular story is so intriguing to me because watching this man in his interview, you see a certain level of confidence within this man. And you have to be confident and courageous to live in your truth, especially when you're a rapper. Now, what have we talked about rappers? Expected to fit a specific image and profile for the people that follow them. And typically being attracted to LGBTQ is not socially acceptable amongst the black male culture and the men that would follow them and look up to them and consider them as role models, right? So he had enough courage to say, regardless of what my peers may think of me, it's imperative that I live in my truth. And I think it's amazing. I think it's beautiful. I think more of them should continue to do it. And I hope more of them find the courage to be themselves. This is my thing to black men. I'm going to say it just like I said in the Joe Biden video. Y'all don't run. No one cares about your negative opinions. Well, no, a lot of guys do care, and that's why a lot of guys are living DL lifestyle. I personally don't give a damn, but a lot of these men do value you guys' opinions. A lot of these men do want to be accepted by y'all. They do want to fit in. They don't want to be ostracized. And a lot of you guys are so ignorant. A lot of you guys are so intolerant. A lot of you guys are so unwilling to unlearn the hatred that you have for people that are different from you. And that's just unfortunate. Because we're in a time where everyone likes to say, oh, black men support one another, black men this, black men that. Yeah, y'all support people who fit your narrative and people who are similar to you. So I guess my question to black men would be, as some of you are posting that you're deleting him out of your playlist, you can't believe you used to listen to him, what does him coming out and saying that he's attracted to trans women or feminine men change about the music that you've grown to love from him? The artistry that you've grown to love from him? What does it change about his character? What does it change about his dignity, his morals, his values? How does it make him less of a man, less of a rapper? How are you able to completely throw someone away just because you find out they are not what you want them to be or you expect them to be? And the thing is, while y'all are judging this man for living in his truth, I guarantee y'all it's one of your homeboys doing the same thing. And if it's not one of your homeboys, it could be your cousin, your uncle, it might be your brother, damn it might be your daddy. There's somebody you know that has the same attraction. I guarantee you it. And what y'all gonna do? He still seems to be a gangster to me. Then certain black men have the nerve to say, oh, he was faking to be hood and a gangster the whole time. Baby, do you know how many hood DL men exist? Do you know how many gangster DL men exist? Do you know how many hood gay openly men exist? Girl, being hood is not preserved just for heterosexual black men. Really not. I just think that you guys should be happy to embrace someone who is willing to live in their truth. So many men who are living miserably trying to please you and appease to the black culture. And I'll continue to say it until black men change their way of thinking and unlearn the negative connotations that are shoved down our throat at an early age about LGBTQ. A lot of ignorance that we're taught and is spewed through our community. A lot of men will continue to hide, but shout out to Lil Wop for living in his truth, sir. I wish you nothing but the best. And don't play these black men no mind, child. They'll be alright. Some are mad that they can't do it, and the others are just haters. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you next time.